Trish here, and this is my second video. I had explained in my first video that I was going to be posting some educational and kind of informative videos about Purple Martins. But before I got into that, I actually thought what I would do is take just a second to post a video about kind of my own personal experience with Purple Martins. I think that it will kind of help explain why I love them so much. And I don't know, it just might give you a little more perspective on why I have a Purple Martin colony. When I was a little girl, well, actually, I have pictures of my great-grandfather's home. My great-grandfather and grandmother lived in Kansas, and the pictures that I have show my great-grandfather with a Purple Martin house. So he had Purple Martins. And then my grandfather had Purple Martins. He lived in a little town in northern Oklahoma called Shidler, Oklahoma, which is about 20 minutes from Pawhuska, where the Pioneer Woman lives. And one of my dearest memories is sitting outside on the deck over the garage, looking at the birds. My grandfather had huge Purple Martin houses. He made them himself. And I actually have a little article that was printed in the Shidler Review in 1979. They did an article in his little town. That's a picture of his Purple Martin house, and then that's him right there, and that's his parrot. He had a parrot named Toddy. Anyway, I have these vivid memories of sitting out there and watching the Purple Martins. The thing about them is they're so community. Purple Martins love to be in a community. They don't like to live in a house all by themselves. So it's just really unusual to find a Purple Martin house with with just one pair of birds. So hundreds of birds in his house. And then my family, when I was growing up, the year between, summer between my 7th and 8th grade year, we moved to a little town on the west side of Tulsa called Sand Springs. And my family lived on 5 acres about 10 miles out of town. And the first thing my dad did when we bought that property was put up a Martin house. And I have very vivid memories of my dad sitting out there protecting his birds. And we'll talk about how to protect your birds in another video. But so my dad had Purple Martins. So when my husband and I moved to where we live now, we bought 5 acres and we built a house. The first thing I did was put up a Martin house. Well, Martins typically, if a pair of Martins has a good nest, if they have a successful nest where they have babies and they are able to make those babies flourish, and then they teach them how to fly and all that, they tend to come back to the place that they were at last year. So sometimes it can be a little tricky to get Martins to come and stop at your birdhouse. And we'll talk about that in another video on how to get Purple Martins to stop at your house. So I put my Purple Martin house up. It was just a store-bought one. I bought it and I put it up, and thankfully I have a husband who is all in with me. He knew my grandfather, he knew my father, and so he is, super supportive of my affection for Purple Martins. Anyway, we put up a Purple Martin house, and I didn't get any birds. It took me 7 years to get a pair of Martins to stop. And I remember it really well because it was Easter morning, and we had invited some friends over for brunch and a little Easter egg hunt before church. And we were outside in the backyard, and I heard them. And I can't even tell you. I was so excited. And so that year, I had 3 pair of Purple Martins in our house. And so I named them, of course. And so we had George and Gracie, and then we had Elvis and Priscilla, and we had Fred and Ethel. And because I can take down the birdhouse and look at them, it's so awesome because then I know exactly how many eggs they had. They had 15 eggs, 5 eggs in each nest, and they hatched these 15 babies. And so I was able to watch them and take care of them. Well, the next year, we put the Martin house up, and we had 12 pair of birds. And every year it has grown. So this is our 10th year of successful Martins. Last year, we had 42 pair of Martins, so 42 nests, so that's 84 parents, and we had over 250 babies. That's so exciting. So it's just, I feel like when I go out there and I'm standing out there with my birds and I'm watching them fly and I'm watching the parents, they'll teach the babies how to fly, and the baby will come out onto the porch and the parent will be there and the parent will give them a little nudge and the baby will fall off the porch and it looks like they're going to fall to the ground, and then the parent goes with them and they just kind of swoop off and the parents teach them how to fly and then bring them back. It's just awesome. It's awesome. And so I feel kind of like my father and my grandfather and my great grandfather are, you know, kind of there with me, and they're kind of smiling on me. And all of my kids know that when they get a home of their own that has enough room for purple martins, that's going to be their housewarming gift. They have it in their blood. So I thought I would just share this real quickly, just kind of share sort of my passion and kind of where I get my interest and all that. And so in our next video, I will be talking to you about purple martin houses. So if you are interested in possibly having your own purple martin colony, the next video I will talk a little bit about what is required as far as space and where you would put your purple martin house and what a purple martin house should look like. So until next time, we'll just keep waiting for the birds. They're on their way. So exciting.